Hi, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for watching and for subscribing. And if you're just visiting, please consider subscribing. So today I'm going to do my fragrance tray video. This is going to be the second one of those that I'm going to do. First one I did for March and April. Yes, I'm doing it for 2 months at a time. I feel like these types of videos is too much of a commitment for just 1 month. And so this one is going to be for my picks for May and June. Now, before I get into the new picks, I thought it would be good to go over the previous tray. Now, the way I decided to do these videos is I am definitely not going to go through the entire previous tray, but I'm going to talk about my standouts. It could be in a good way or in a bad way. You know, fragrances that were hits from that tray. Maybe there were some misses, and if there were any fragrances that I didn't get a chance to wear. And let's start actually with the ones that I did not get to wear. There were 2 fragrances like that. One of them is Bitter Peach from Tom Ford. I'm not sure why I didn't get to wear it because I enjoyed this fragrance quite a lot. Overall, I'll tell you that on sort of a personal front, you know, previous few months have been a bit shaky. You know, there are changes that I've been going through, that my family has been going through. I mean, nothing to worry about, but it's just there have been a lot of changes, and so kind of my routine and the fragrances that I have been using and gravitating towards, you know, a lot of things change. So that could be part of why this happened. But anyways, yeah, I did not get to wear Bitter Peach. And the other one that I really wanted to make a conscious effort to make sure that I wear, and again, I did not get to wear, perhaps because it got to be a little bit warmer than I expected, perhaps. That is Grand Soir from MFK. It's a fragrance that I really enjoy, but I don't get to wear very often. And unfortunately, this was one of the 2 that did not get worn during the last few months. Now, I also have 2, let's call them misses. Now, they're not misses because I really hated these fragrances, but I did not enjoy these fragrances as much as I, let's say, expected, or as much as I've enjoyed them in the past. Now, one of them is a relatively new fragrance in my collection, and I really wanted to wear it this month to kind of really get to know it better. That is Perpetual from Moresque. This is their cherry scent. And I did have a chance to wear it a few times, 2 or 3 times, and it smelled good. I can't say that it smelled bad. You know, it's a nice smelling cherry almond kind of scent. But did I enjoy it as much as I enjoy, let's say, Lost Cherry or even Cherry Punk or a mix of the 2, you know, which I've talked about in one of my videos, you know, that I like to layer the 2. No, I didn't enjoy it as much. It was missing something. It was missing some kind of like punch for me. I don't know, something to really grab my attention. So while it smelled good, it didn't grab my attention, you know? So it was kind of a miss in that way. Now, the other one, that was a shocker. The other one was a shocker because it's a favorite of mine, a fragrance that I've raved about for a year or 2 now. And for some reason, my wearing experience this time around wasn't as enjoyable. And I'll tell you, I wore it once. I didn't enjoy it that much, and I didn't reach for it again. I'm going to shock you now, guys. It is Bianco Latte from what's the name? Giardini di Toscana. Again, maybe because it got kind of warmer than I expected. Or perhaps because, you know, I have been kind of moving away a little bit, just a touch, from those like very realistic gourmands, like super, super sweet gourmands. I don't know, but I found this fragrance just a touch too sweet. Just a little bit too sweet, as crazy as it sounds for me, because I'm the gourmand girl, right? But I found it just a bit too sweet, too overpowering in that way. And so my wearing experience wasn't as enjoyable as it has been in the past. Now, this does not mean at all that I no longer love this fragrance or that I'm ready to declutter it. Absolutely not. It just means I think I need to put it away at the moment and, you know, come back to it again when it gets cooler, which I hope doesn't happen for a long time, in like, you know, in the fall and winter of this year. So for now, I'm putting this one away, but it really surprised me how much I didn't enjoy it this time around. And I'm going to mention 3 hits, 3 fragrances that I've worn multiple times that I've enjoyed so much, that were just absolute hits for me. And I think most of them will not be surprising at all. 1, Annie X. Now, I've chosen this one for the tray specifically because, you know, I've had the original Annie for a long time, and I reach for that fragrance all the time. And just because I'm used to it, you know, I reach for it more than Annie X, which is newer in my collection. And so I wanted to make sure that this one gets used as well, and it did. And I enjoyed just as much as I enjoyed the original Annie. You know, they're similar, but at the same time, kind of different, but I love both of them. The other one that again is not going to come as any kind of surprise is Cashmere and Palo Santo from Donna Karan. You know, I've mentioned this one as one of my best top 2 discoveries of last year. I stand by it. Amazing, like fruity, vanillic, this smooth kind of woody type of scent. Absolutely gorgeous. So beautiful. So, you know, every time I wear it, I love the experience. And the third one that really made me really happy that I enjoyed this one so much, because again, it's a newer fragrance in my collection, that is Amor Cafe from Mancera. I've worn this one, I think 3 times as well, and beautiful. Very pleasant wearing experience. One small downside of this one, it's not as long lasting as I would like it to be, or as other Mancera fragrances have been for me, but still very beautifully balanced, understated type of scent. Enjoyed it tremendously. So yeah, these 3 have been my hits from the last 2 months. Now, let's quickly go over my picks for the next 2 months, what I'm putting on my tray. Again, I'm not going to go into a lot of details because I don't want this video to get very long. I think I have around 15 fragrances again. Again, choosing maybe a little bit more because it's for 2 months and I want to have some variety. And the first one that I have decided to choose is a long-time love that I haven't used in recent times at all. Flora Botanica from Balenciaga. You know, I've talked about this one so many times. This is like your dry rose that used to be a signature scent for me back in the day. I've gone through like multiple bottles of this, but in recent years, I haven't really been reaching for it. And so I'm putting this on my tray on purpose to really kind of try to force myself to use it, to really get a feel for it now, sort of beyond that sentimental level. Can I really still wear it? Do I really still enjoy it? So number 2 is a fragrance that has been a favorite for quite a while, but I noticed that last spring and summer, I did not reach for it very often at all. And again, I wanted to come back to it and put it in my rotation. It is Dahab from Kajal. You know, you can see that I've used it in the past, but again, not last spring and summer. And so this is a beautiful fruity type of scent, a little bit spicy. It's a gorgeous scent, great performance. Again, it kind of got, I feel like, lost in a shuffle in my fragrance wardrobe. So yeah, I'm pulling it out. I want to see if that's gonna force me to use it more and how I will feel about this fragrance again, because I have not worn it for a while. Next few fragrances are my absolute top picks that I wear all the time. I have to have those, you know. Candy from Thomas Kosmala, this amazing sweet candy-ish, like red berries and fruits, an explosion of a fragrance. It's like I can taste it right away, you know. It's very sweet and delicious and fruity. You know, I mentioned before, both my daughter and I love this scent, and I'm pulling it out to use during the next 2 months. And next one is another big favorite that actually I have used even in the winter, but I think like spring and beginning of summer would be perfect for this scent. That is Via Cavour 1 from Xerjoff. This has like what, quince, and it has a little bit of chocolate and a little bit of oud, but everything again is so balanced and so fresh. This is incredibly like, even though it has sweetness and oud, but it's an incredibly fresh scent in my opinion, and it kind of a year-round scent really in a way, because it has that backbone to it, but it's not overpowering, and so it works for cold and warm weather. But I know that I love this one. I know I'm gonna reach for this one, so this is kind of one of the easy reaches in this selection for me. And another easy reach that again I really love, I think this was my best discovery, like not this year but the year before, Devotion from Dolce and Gabbana. You know, this is your kind of sugary lemon cookie candy, something like that, but it's not overly sweet. Again, it has a really nice fresh element to it. It's not super realistic type of gourmand to me. Like it still smells like perfume, which is kind of what I'm like. I want it to be sweet, I want it to be gourmand, but I still want it to smell like perfume, not exactly like dessert, which is I think why I didn't enjoy a Bianco Latte as much, you know, because it's really photorealistic like gourmand dessert, you know. But this one is absolutely wonderful. I love it. I think the original one is so much better than the Intense in my opinion. And so yeah, this is gonna be an easy reach for me for sure. Okay, let's go to another favorite that again I use so much. Again, my daughter loves this one as well. Pink Me Up from Atelier d'Or. As you can see, we've been using this one. This is again, red berries, kind of champagne, a little bit of powderiness, maybe lipsticky powderiness, but very light, very sweet, very fruity, like this bubbly explosion of delicious sweet fruitiness. It's so girly, so delicious. I actually worn it not that long ago, maybe a couple of weeks ago, and enjoyed it so much. Even during that time, it was still, you know, relatively cold, but I still loved it. Like for me, even though I think quintessentially this is a warm weather scent, but I enjoy it during the cold weather as well. So yeah, putting Pink Me Up on the tray for the next 2 months. Now, next one on the other hand, used to be a favorite for quite a few years, but I think I mentioned it, if I remember correctly, in a video that I did not that long ago about fragrances that I changed my mind about. Yeah, a kind of my love for this fragrance has subsided, or the way I perceive it has changed, and I really want to put it on the tray to really make myself use it again, to really understand how I feel about this scent now. Like, do I need to keep it? Like, yeah, exactly. How do I feel about it now? Meliora from Parfums de Marly. This is your musky black currant. And when I smell it out of the bottle, I still think it's absolutely beautiful. I really do. I think, was this my first full bottle from Parfums de Marly? I think so. But for some reason, when I spray it on my skin, I feel like, I don't know, it develops a little bit differently than it used to, or maybe my nose perceives it a little bit differently. I don't know. Or maybe it was just a bad day when I tried it last and I'm wrong in my conclusion. I don't know. But anyways, I need to come back to this fragrance. I really want to come back to it and try it again and again, kind of rediscover it from start in a way to really understand if I like it, if I am going to wear it, because as you know, if I don't wear things, they do not stay. Now, another one that I'm putting in this list is Laotiva from Fuegia. This is kind of a really unique scent, as all Fuegia fragrances are. This has, again, black currant. I think it's like black currant ice cream that's super, super fresh and maybe a little bit grassy, It's interesting because this was my very first purchase from Fuegia, and when I tested, I did this big testing of a lot of their fragrances, I felt like this was my absolute number one from them, my absolute favorite, and that's the one that I purchased first. But interestingly enough, out of the three that I have, this is actually the one that I reach for the least. I absolutely love to know, and the other two, the chocolate and the Amber Caruya, I love those two. I use them all the time, and this one, for some reason, I reach for the least. So again, I want to make it very visible for myself to use it more, because it definitely deserves to be used more. Now, another one here that I haven't changed my mind about, but I haven't used quite as much as I used to, is Possessoir from BDK. I did try their extrait version, and I still prefer the original one. And, for me, the performance here is really, really good. This is really sweet, delicious, fruity scent. This is like candy-ish vibe to me. I really enjoy it, but this one kind of gets lost in a shuffle for me. And so I do want to use it more, and I do enjoy it very much. Another one that I enjoy a lot, and I do use it, I've used it last spring and summer, and I'm sure I'm going to use it again. That is Madurai from Memo. This is like amazing kind of spicy, peachy scent that has a lot of florals, a lot of jasmine in the nose, but I don't get any jasmine in this fragrance at all. This is very much a scent about a peach, and it's kind of sweet, but it's not like gourmand sweet. It's just fruity sweet and kind of spicy type of peach. Really, really delicious scent. Beautiful. I'm excited to wear it. Another one on the list is One Umbrella for Two from Floraico. Now, I also have, what is it called? Yacht from EBK, which is kind of similar to this one. This one smells like blueberry muffin. The other one does as well, but in a much more sweet way. And I've noticed that I tend to reach for EBK more than I reach for One Umbrella. So that's why I'm picking this one, because I need to use this one as well. I really still enjoy the scent of this one, although the cap is really hard to open. Okay, I got it opened. Let's smell it. Yeah, it's a beautiful blueberry muffin that's not overly sweet. And yeah, beautiful scent. I'm excited to use this one. And sorry, I feel like I'm going fast, but like I said, I really don't want this video to get too long, and I have quite a selection here. And the next one is Pacific Park from Simone Andrioli. Well, he makes the best summer scents, really fun, really easy, really delicious summer scents. This is just like a cotton candy, sweet, fruity, you know, uncomplicated, kind of easygoing, nothing to it. I enjoyed the scent so much. This is, again, kind of an easy reach for me when I don't know what to wear. I can easily wear this one, just like I can, like, honestly, all the other Simone and Gioli scents that I have, like, they're all like that for me. I really, really enjoy them. Okay, I have, I think, 3 more. So next one on the list is probably a scent that I would consider maybe a touch more going out. Like if I want to wear something a little bit, I don't know, edgier, sexier, maybe to wear in the evening. I chose Apple Brandy on the Rocks. You know, it's Apple Brandy scent. Fruity, delicious, boozy. I love it. It's so fresh and refreshing. And really beautiful scent. Yeah, I know it's not as popular as the Angel Share, but I really, really love it as well. And I feel like on the kind of in the evening after a warmer day, I think this scent is absolutely perfect for that kind of time, for that kind of weather. And so yeah, I'm kind of choosing this one. And one more that I would consider perhaps a little bit more going out evening scent, that is Venom Incarnate from Stefan Umber Lucas. This is red fruits or berries with leather mostly. Leather is quite evident here, but it is very smooth, very like expensive type of leather. Really beautiful, but like sexy kind of scent. So I'm excited to use this one. I only use this one in like spring and summer. This is not a scent that I use in fall and winter ever. And that brings us to the last one here, which is the one that I really haven't used a lot since I purchased it, and I've had it for perhaps 2 years, I don't know. And this one is Dear Polly from Wilhelm Perfumery. This is a tea scent with a little bit of smoke. There is a little bit of citruses in here. I don't know what's in here. Lemon maybe. Tea. Just a touch of sweetness, and there is a little bit of like cigarette smoke, but to me it's just a touch, which gives it like an interesting, unique edge. You know, to some people I know it's too much. They'd say it smells like ashtray. I really don't get that, but it's kind of a light, for me it's almost like a relaxing type of scent, you know? So yeah, I really want to put this one front and center to make sure that I use it, because when I smell it from the bottle, I really, really love it. It's just that, again, it kind of gets lost in the shuffle and I don't reach for it very often. So these are my choices. As you can see, I kind of tried to have a mix in here, you know, fragrances that I really love and I reach for often, fragrances that are really easy reaches for me, and some that I haven't used in a while, or maybe some that I am unsure about at this point that I kind of changed my mind about and I really need to wear them again and get a feel for them again. So these are what, 15 or around 15 fragrances that I'm going to be using for the next 2 months. Of course, you know, I'm sure I will reach for others, but I will make a conscious effort to use these ones again. And then I will come back at the beginning of July and I will share with you in the same way how the month went. I'll share with you, you know, the standouts in a good or in a bad way. Anyways, let me know. What do you think about my choices for the next few months, and what do you plan to wear in May or maybe in June as well? Thank you for watching this video. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, please remember to give me a thumbs up, to subscribe and to comment, and I will see you soon in the next one. Bye.